David's English podcast. Like, comment, share. Do you know what native English speakers really say when they talk about work? Not the textbook phrases, but the real, everyday expressions. Stay with me, because today you're going to learn exactly how we speak naturally. Hello, everyone. David here. Welcome back to the podcast. It's wonderful to have you with me today. You know, I receive many messages from learners who tell me the same thing. They say, David, I studied English in school. I know the grammar. I know the vocabulary. But when I listen to native speakers talking about their work, I feel lost. And I completely understand that feeling. The truth is, the way we actually speak is quite different from what you find in textbooks. We use shortcuts. We use informal expressions. We blend words together. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how we do it. In this lesson, we're going to explore work routines. How do native speakers describe their day at work? What phrases do they really use? By the end of today's session, you'll understand these conversations much better. And more importantly, you'll be able to use these expressions yourself. So, get comfortable. Maybe grab a cup of coffee or tea. And let's begin. Talking about your morning routine. Let's start with the morning. How do native speakers talk about getting ready for work? Now, in textbooks, you might see phrases like, I wake up at 7 o'clock or I eat breakfast at 7:30. These are correct, perfectly fine. But native speakers? We usually say it differently. Listen to this. Instead of I wake up at 7, we often say, I get up around 7. Notice that word, around. We use around all the time when talking about time. It's more natural than saying the exact time. Here's another one. We don't usually say I eat breakfast. We say, I grab breakfast or I have breakfast. The word grab is very common. It means to get something quickly. I grab a coffee on my way to work. I grab some toast before I leave. Let me give you a few more examples of how we really speak. I usually roll out of bed around 6:30. Roll out of bed. This is informal. It means to get out of bed slowly. Maybe still feeling tired. It's a very natural expression. I jump in the shower, not I take a shower every time. Sometimes, yes, but often we say jump in the shower because it sounds quicker, more casual. I throw on some clothes. Throw on. This means to put on clothes quickly, without thinking too much about it. I just threw on a t-shirt and jeans. Now, here's something interesting. When we talk about coffee in the morning, listen to the phrases we use. I need my morning coffee. We say need, because coffee is so important to many people. It's almost like medicine. I can't function without coffee. Function means to work properly, to think clearly. I'm not a morning person. This is a very common expression. It means you don't feel good or happy in the morning. You prefer the evening. Let me tell you about my own routine. I get up around 6. I'm actually a morning person, so I feel pretty good right away. I head downstairs. That means I go downstairs, and I put on the coffee maker. While the coffee's brewing, I check my phone quickly, just a quick look at messages. Then I grab my coffee and sit down to plan my day. Notice how I said it. I head downstairs. I put on the coffee maker. The coffee's brewing. These are natural, everyday phrases. Here's something else we do. We use phrasal verbs constantly. Phrasal verbs are those 2-word or 3-word verbs like get up, wake up, head out. Let me give you a few more. I get ready for work, not I prepare myself. We say get ready. I head out around 7:30. Head out means to leave. I set off for work. Set off is another way to say leave or start your journey. Now, before we continue, if you're finding this helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button. It helps me create more content like this for you. Thank you. The commute to work. Let's talk about the journey to work. The commute. This is where you'll hear lots of interesting expressions. First, how do we describe how we get to work? We usually say, I drive to work, or I take the bus, or I ride my bike. Simple enough. But there's more to it. If you drive, you might say, I sit in traffic every morning. Traffic. The cars on the road. When there are too many cars, we say there's traffic, or heavy traffic, or we're stuck in traffic. My commute takes about 40 minutes. Commute is the noun. The journey to work. I hit traffic on the highway. Hit traffic means you encounter traffic. You run into it. The highway is the big, fast road. In British English, they say motorway. Now, if you take public transportation, here's how we talk about it. I catch the 7:15 train. Catch means to get on, to take. I catch the bus every morning. I hop on the subway. Hop on. Another informal way to say get on. It sounds quick and easy. I missed my train this morning. When you arrive late and the train leaves without you, you missed it. Here's a really common complaint. The train was packed this morning. Packed means completely full of people. The subway was absolutely packed. Or we say, I couldn't get a seat. No space to sit down. Let me share something with you. I work from home most days now, so I don't commute anymore. But I remember when I used to drive to the office. I would leave around 7:30, and if I left any later, I'd hit terrible traffic. The drive normally took 25 minutes, but in rush hour, that's the busy time in the morning, it could take 50 minutes. Rush hour, that's an important phrase. The time when everyone is going to work, usually between 7 and 9 in the morning, and then again between 5 and 7 in the evening when everyone's going home. During my commute, I would usually listen to a podcast or some music. Some people say, I listen to podcasts to kill time. Kill time means to make time pass more quickly when you're doing something boring. Or they say, I zone out on the train. Zone out means to stop paying attention, to let your mind wander. Here's another natural expression. I use my commute to catch up on emails. Catch up on. This means to do things you're behind on, things you need to do. One more thing about commutes. When we complain about them, and yes, we do complain, we say things like, my commute is a nightmare. Nightmare means it's terrible, really bad. I spend 2 hours a day commuting. Notice, commuting, with ing. The traffic was crazy this morning. Crazy means really bad, intense. All right, let's practice some of these phrases together. I'll say each one slowly, and then I want you to repeat it after me. Ready? I get up around 7. Pause. I grab breakfast before work. Pause. I jump in the shower. Pause. I'm not a morning person. Pause. I head out around 8. Pause. I sit in traffic every morning. Pause. I catch the 7:15 train. Pause. The subway was packed. Pause. My commute takes about 40 minutes. Pause. Good. Those are phrases you'll hear every single day from native speakers. Keep practicing them. Arriving at work. Now you've arrived at work. What do we say? The first thing is greeting people. In a formal office, you might say good morning to everyone. But in most workplaces, especially in the United States, we keep it very simple. We say, hey or morning or hey, how's it going? How's it going is probably the most common greeting at work. It's casual, friendly, and here's the interesting part. We don't expect a long answer. Usually, people just say, good, you, or not bad or pretty good. When you first arrive, you might say, I clock in at 9. Clock in means to officially start work, especially if you have to record your time. Or more commonly, I start at 9. Or I get in around 9. Get in means to arrive. Here's what a natural conversation might sound like. Hey, morning, morning. How's it going? Good, good. Busy day ahead. Yeah. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. This is a great expression. It means I know exactly what you mean, or I agree completely. If someone says this project is so stressful, you can say tell me about it, to show you understand because you feel the same way. Now, what do you do when you first get to your desk? Most people say, I check my emails first thing. First thing means immediately. Before anything else, I grab a coffee from the break room. Break room is the room where you can take a break, get coffee, eat lunch. I go through my to-do list. Go through means to look at, to review. I catch up with my co-workers. Catch up with means to talk to people. See how they're doing. Maybe hear about what happened yesterday. Here's something you'll hear a lot. I have a meeting at 10. Or I've got back-to-back meetings today. Back-to-back means one right after another, with no break. I'm swamped today. Swamped means you have too much work. You're very busy. I'm absolutely swamped. I'm slammed with work. Same meaning. Too much to do. Let me tell you how I start my workday. I sit down at my desk, open my laptop, and the first thing I do is check my calendar. I want to see what meetings I have, what deadlines are coming up. Then I go through my emails. I try to respond to the urgent ones right away. After that, I make a quick list of what I need to accomplish today, and then I dive in. Dive in means to start working seriously, with focus. If you're enjoying this lesson and learning these real phrases, do me a favor and click that like button. It really helps other learners find this content too. During the workday. So now you're in the middle of your workday. How do native speakers describe what they do? Well, it depends on your job, of course, but there are some common phrases everyone uses. I'm working on a project. Working on means doing, focusing on. I'm dealing with customers. Dealing with means handling, taking care of. I'm in meetings all day. Notice we say in meetings, not at meetings. I'm crunching numbers. This is a great expression. If you work with numbers, with data, with spreadsheets, we say you're crunching numbers. I'm putting together a presentation. Putting together means creating, preparing. Now, we take breaks during the day. How do we talk about that? I take a quick break. Quick means short, fast. I step out for some fresh air. Step out means to go outside briefly. I grab lunch around noon. Noon is 12 o'clock in the afternoon. I order takeout. Takeout is food from a restaurant that you take away. Not eat there. In British English, they say take away. Here's a common question. Did you eat lunch? Or have you eaten? And common answers. Yeah. I grabbed something earlier, or not yet. I'm starving. Starving means very hungry. I'll just grab a quick bite. A quick bite means a small, fast meal. During the afternoon, people often say, I'm hitting a wall. This means you're getting very tired, losing energy. Usually happens around 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I need another coffee. That afternoon coffee to keep going. I'm dragging today. Dragging means moving slowly, feeling tired. Now, let's talk about how we describe being busy. Native speakers use these phrases constantly. I'm up to my neck in work. This is an idiom. It means you have so much work. It's like you're drowning in it. I have a ton of work to do. A ton means a lot. We use it all the time. I have a ton of emails to answer. I'm behind on my work. Behind means you're late. You haven't finished what you should have finished. I'm trying to catch up. Remember, catch up. To get back to where you should be. I'm drowning in paperwork. Drowning. Another way to say you have too much. Or the opposite. It's a slow day today. Slow means not busy. Quiet. Things are pretty quiet. Not much work happening. I'm just killing time until 5. Killing time. Waiting for the end of the day without much to do. Here's how we talk about meetings. I have a meeting in 10 minutes. Or I'm running to a meeting. Running to means going quickly to. The meeting ran long. Ran long means it took more time than planned. The meeting was supposed to be 30 minutes, but it ran long. We need to touch base. Touch base is a fantastic phrase. It means to make contact, to check in, to have a quick conversation about something. Let's touch base later today about that project. Listening practice section. Okay? Let's practice your listening now. I'm going to tell you about my typical workday, and I want you to listen for all the natural phrases we've learned. Just relax and listen. Here we go. So, I usually get up around 6:30. I'm a morning person, so I feel pretty good right away. I head downstairs and put on some coffee. While that's brewing, I jump in the shower. After my shower, I grab some breakfast, usually just some toast or cereal. Nothing fancy. I work from home, so I don't have a commute anymore. That's nice. I used to spend an hour sitting in traffic every day, and I don't miss that at all. I start work at 8. The first thing I do is check my emails and go through my calendar. If I have any urgent emails, I deal with those right away. Then I dive into my main work. Most days, I have a couple of meetings. Sometimes they're back-to-back, which can be exhausting. Around noon, I take a break for lunch. I usually just grab something quick from the kitchen. In the afternoon, I'm usually working on content, writing scripts, recording podcasts, things like that. Some days I'm absolutely swamped, and other days are pretty quiet. It really depends. Around 3 o'clock, I often hit a wall. I get tired and need another coffee, but I push through and keep working until about 5 or 5:30. And that's pretty much my day. Now, could you understand most of that? I used a lot of the natural phrases we talked about. Listen to it again if you need to. That's exactly how a native speaker describes their workday. Ending the workday. Let's finish with the end of the day. How do we talk about leaving work? I'm heading out. Heading out means leaving. Very common. I'm calling it a day. This is a great expression. It means you're deciding to stop working for today. It's 5:30. I'm calling it a day. I'm wrapping up. Wrapping up means finishing, concluding your work. I'm clocking out. Remember clock in from earlier? Clock out is the opposite, ending your work time. We say, I'm beat. Beat means very tired, exhausted. I'm so beat today. I'm done for the day. Done means finished. When you leave the office, you might say to co-workers, see you tomorrow, or have a good night, or just see you. Very casual. I'm out. This means I'm leaving. All right, I'm out. See you guys tomorrow. If you had a hard day, I'm ready to get out of here. Get out of here means to leave this place. I can't wait to get home. You're looking forward to going home. I'm wiped out. Wiped out is another way to say extremely tired. On the way home, I'm stuck in traffic again. Or the traffic's terrible, or I hit rush hour. When you finally get home, I'm home. That's what many people say when they walk in the door. I'm so glad to be home. I need to unwind. Unwind means to relax, to let go of stress. I'm going to watch some TV and unwind. I'm going to decompress. Decompress is similar to relax and release the stress from work, and that's the end of the workday cycle. All right, everyone. We've covered a lot today. We've learned how native speakers really talk about their work routines, from waking up in the morning, to commuting, to working, to going home at the end of the day. Remember, the key is to use these natural phrases. Don't think too much about perfect grammar. Think about sounding natural, sounding like a native speaker. Practice these expressions. Use them when you talk about your own routine, and most importantly, when you hear native speakers using them. You'll understand exactly what they mean. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to the channel. There's so much more content coming, and I don't want you to miss it. Keep practicing, keep listening, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care, everyone.